Welcome here to Travel Boss with Keith here in New York City. Welcome. We're about to have a great time, and I'm excited to be alive and have health. So, what can I say? I know that I was listening to the last show, which was Voice of Truth, and the last point that I heard mentioned was travel, get out somewhere, do something different. And yes, we know travel is a major part of humanity. People love to travel in general. Some like to migrate, some like the sightseeing, different places, different countries, different regions, and explore this amazing earth that we have here. So we're here this weekend for another great segment. I'm not sure if some of you were here last week, or the week before, but this week is promised to be a very, very good, exciting week. And, you know, I got to thinking here that as I reflected on my own personal life as it relates to travel, I had to go way back, and something brought me back. Something took me back to my own life as a child. My first real interest in travel was when I came here, the first flight on the plane, and how I was in awe of the entire thing, just the whole process. I just knew I was going somewhere, and I was at the time enjoying the experience of it. A bit terrified because where I'm from, where I was born, small community, very rural. Very small, and not a lot as far as anything visually, that was breathtaking. Nothing that would give you a wow. I think people have a natural rhythm in them to want to travel, want to go somewhere, especially after they retire. Because most people, they're bogged down in a job, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Now they have now retired. Now what do? Do I stay home and die? People want to see the world. I think it's just because of just the work experience, the work life we have, and sometimes the financial life we have. The understanding that travel is can be done if you plan for it. But as for me, I think travel is it's a rhythm. It's like almost like a need. It's like I need to feel that pulse. I'm a people person, I would say. Very social being. So I think a part of my being that way is a desire to want to go out and meet new people, connect with people. And I do it now online a lot, just connect with people online. But I think, we just been to our last year and a half of COVID. We did shut things down a lot. And now we've seen things kind of open back up a little bit more. And in fact, I had plans to travel pre-COVID. I had plans. I'd bought my ticket and everything, ready to make it happen. And of course, that kind of got stalled. But I really think traveling just it really expands your mind, and it allows me to see how connected I am to different nationalities, different races, different customs. I really see how we all really are connected, and that we're really in a very small world.
I came here when I was 14, going on 15. Initially, I was living in Jamaica. I was born there, and a part of my family came here prior to me, my twin, and my elder brother, who stayed back in Jamaica for about 4 years. So it was in 80, I think 82, 83, when we came up. And we first landed in Brooklyn, New York. New York is made up of 5 boroughs. So we have Bronx, we have Brooklyn, we have Queens, we have Manhattan, and we have Staten Island, right? And so therefore, we first landed in Brooklyn. I was there for like a year. That same year, I went into the 9th grade. We moved to the Bronx the following year. And been in the Bronx for a number of years, pretty much all my life. And after I got married, I spent some time in Connecticut for a number of years as well. And now I'm actually moving back to New York. I've moved back to New York, and I'm still here, working in the school system here, and pretty much where I am, So I attend church in New York. I work in New York. I have a business in New York, and that's kind of why I'm here. It's interesting because as it relates to my saxophone playing, I didn't necessarily start as that. I was initially a musician. I was playing the drums. I got into a little keyboard, then a little bass and songwriting. Got into a band, traveled, and did a whole lot of things. And it was a number of years ago when I picked up the saxophone. Loved it. I actually picked it up in New York when I was in 12th grade. Picked it up when I was in 12th grade, and never looked back ever since. But one day, I just got a hunch to just, maybe take it to school and play for my coworkers. And didn't know the response I would get, but I got a real fantastic response. And I'm like, maybe I should take this out in public, And I decided to get on this network, and they told me I would, eventually get some gigs, and ever since I've been getting gigs, weddings, and a lot of corporate functions, bat mitzvah, you name it, walking down the park, surprise birthday wishes, and surprise proposals, and just a gamut of different events, social events. And of course, I learned a lot about people. I've learned so much about people, different cultures, and how music really kind of ties in everyone into this one kind of world. I'll give an example. One of the famous songs that I play would be One Love. And I would play it in the Asian community, I would play it in the Spanish community, I would play it in the Caucasian community, the African community, and I would get almost a similar response. Just that one song. Wow. That is so world known, And I'm like, wow. So music is really powerful. I see how people respond to that one song in a church setting and a secular setting. I'm like, this is so deep. So I realized that we have more in common than we think. And of course, a lot of these places I've gone, especially some of these corporate functions, folks are millionaires, they're very wealthy people. I get to hear the conversations, what they sound like, how they relate to each other. I've gone to, the regular, I can't even explain it, but your regular cookout, and you hear the conversations. And so you kind of hear how people relate and how music really connects them all, because it brings a smile, it brings a joy, it brings that memory that they like. So that's kind of how I look at it, I kind of connect with people on that level. And some remember me afterwards, some forget me afterwards. But I think that at the end of the day, I enjoy most of it when I get callbacks. Like, I want you again. I saw you a year ago, or I saw you 5 years ago, and I want you back again. So music has really shown me how we are really connected, more than we think. The favorite part of New York, I think, because the way I think, I'm a very optimistic person, very self-motivated. I'm very, I would say, very, I'm a socialite in a way. And it's a city that's full of energy. It's full of just people and just, a lot of culture. So I enjoy New York City. You go into a grocery store and you find everything. You find this connection. You find in the cab section, the food that you want is here. Stores that you like, you can have that too. You want vegans right here. So, it's a very, very, I would say, a city in so many areas. So if you are someone who like lore and like to really be adventurous, then this is the place you want to be. What I would say for someone who's thinking about coming to New York is that come with a lot of faith. Know who you are, and understand that you don't want to look at New York from a economic standpoint. Look at it as a opportunity standpoint and how you're going to position yourself in that city. Because a lot of people, when they come to New York, they hear it's this and it's that and it's expensive. And so if you take that in your mind, you come with that kind of approach, then you're going to experience that, I think. But if you come looking at the possibilities of New York and the potentials of New York and know who you are, then you'll be fine. Thank you, by the way, for having me share here like this. But I would say, it's important to keep a positive attitude. It's important to realize that nothing will come easy. We make decisions. Today I wrote something on my page, and it says poor, and it said passing over opportunity regularly. That's what the poor stands for. So I don't want to miss the opportunities that are here. And I think that at the end of the day, we all are the same 24 hours, in a day. And what we do with those hours is important. Who we connect with, and what books do we read, and what shows do we watch, what songs we sing, and how we take all those things. We're constantly making decisions. And as I walk around, I'm seeing decisions all over. Whether someone is driving a nice car, or someone is driving a lemon, whether someone is begging or someone is giving, it's really about decision making. So we have those decisions to make. And one of my decisions I say is that I got to connect with my creator, right? It may sound cliches, but I'm not here on my own. I think I'm divinely put here for a reason. I think I have purpose. So I try to hone into that purpose. And so everything kind of trickles down from that. So I got to learn who I am. And it's an ongoing discovery. And as I do that, I get to see how I monitor my days and how I monitor my time. And at the end of the day, I think I'll have good success, and I'll have good results, and I'll get my desired responses. So I would encourage you to do that as well. We can make a store here. Talk about Jamaica in New York City. We have a Jamaican store right here. They're having some soup right now. Right? We have the Spanish store there. The Spanish. We have differences going there. A little church over there. Very diverse place. Right there's a printing shop right across there. Lots of grocery stores. I'm gonna say at every other corner is a grocery store. So lots of food.
My family members, invited me here, and then I fell in love with New York, so I decided I'm gonna stay. My background is, I didn't have a cooking background. I just fell right into it, per se, and I fell in love with it. It's just something I love to do. It's been a tremendous experience, being in New York and food. It's just like a very vibrant place to be with food and culture and fashion, and it's just like it's for me. I'm just excited to be here. Me and Dr. Faye, we were talking about the different colors in food, and she asked me where I get my inspiration from, and I just said, colors. Colors is everything for me. Once you see it, you should be able to want to eat it.
That's right.
Yeah, the color of the green and the orange. Color is everything for me, and that's where it started from. Dr. Fates is the stew peas.
Yes. Oh my
wow.
goodness. Love it. And people love it. They actually come for it too.
Yes.
Wow. Tell us about it.
Well, it's made with pigtails.
Yes.
And it's made with peas. It's a basic dish, basically.
Yes, but it's just so unique.
But the flavors in it makes it very unique.
Yes.
And we also do a lot of caterings, and that's what you're seeing with the shrimp and the plantains with the toppings. and the pepper shrimp and the oxtails and but my customer's favorite dish is the shrimp pasta, it's the rasta pasta.
Okay.
The rasta pasta, it's made with carrots and the penny pasta and a base sauce of heavy cream with I put a little bit of cheese in mine and some jerk seasoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Not gonna give away everything.
That's a little spin there.
You
You never know the jerk season part.
You have a picture of the oxtail pasta.
Nice.
So it's
Oh
the
my
same
God.
concept, but we add some more stuff to it. Everyone loves oxtail and everyone
Yes.
loves the pasta. So the combination makes, a big thing.
Yeah.
Just the culture and the people. In New York, it's very different in New York, but it's very the people. I would say the people influence me a lot. Stopping for the pasta. So the address is 267 Southwest Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, 10550. This is our first location. We've been here 4 years. I guess the legacy we would want to leave is to, be different. Be different and don't be afraid to be unique and be yourself.
Right.
So that's how I started this place. Just do something different than the rest of the community is doing, and just to be a light, behind that, to be different.
I just want to say, just come down to the Blue Bamboo Restaurant here in Mount Vernon and come for good food, good fun, and good fellowship.
It's just a sheer pleasure. It's something that you really can't buy. It's something you got to experience and just live it. So that's my thing, and I want people to take away to know that traveling doesn't have to be an ordeal. Travel can be something that could be fun. Travel can be something that's exciting, and there's a lot of misconception and misnomers about travel. And I had experience where I thought it was a bit overwhelming, and trying to, I guess, go about it in a way where it will be cost effective and I would be able to have a good time. And I think, again, like I said, that's why having a place like My Travel Wish List is a great platform where you can actually get real information on travel. And I have Jesse here who can probably share some things with you, the audience, on maybe some deals and just kind of how to navigate yourself when it comes to travel and how you can get prepared for it with My Travel Wish List. Jesse, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hi, guys. All right, so we're here to help fulfill your travel dreams. This is not just in one way, guys. We have many, many ways we can help you. You could browse travel deals. You get the latest specials and offers and incentives from the world's top cruise lines, hotels, resorts, vacation companies, and travel partners. We also do flight and cruises, air booking engine searches, over 900 airlines for all published fares, 200 low-cost carriers, and over 70 air consolidators around the world. My Travel Wishlist also does hotel and vacation rentals. Fulfill your travel dreams and experience the luxury you desire. We'll help you book the right hotel or vacation rental that is affordable and memorable. And we also got travel documents. You can't go anywhere without your documents, right? So if you need help with passport and visa, expediting services, travel insurance, that's important, and other support services to ensure your trip runs smoothly, they're there to help. So go to www.mytravelwishlist.com. And let's dive in real quick for the hot deals that we have for you this week.